Hello? My god, my most dedicated bot. Too cute. I'm gonna put Delta in the trash. Most dedicated. That's right. Make that a badge now. But hello, we're playing more Ace Attorney. This is part 3, I think, because we did, yeah. We're gonna be doing case number 2. I was trying to start earlier, but I got sidetracked because I'm working on something. I will share the link. I think this is the link. That's not the link. Hold the phone, please. What the frick? Remember how I said I want to have an archive of every single Crag PNG that we have? Well, that's what I'm doing. Now, this should take you to an Excel file. Or a Google Docy. I'm slowly working on it. I still haven't made progress, but it has the name of models, which I'll have to like change some of these, like come up with fun names, but and I put who it was made by, and then maybe also if I have like if I have time, I'll try to like also add, or not even time, it's like if I decide to, if any of them have like alternate expressions, I'll try to add that too or something. But we're slowly adding it. We're at 49 PNGs. I haven't even made it halfway through the list of PNGs. Love DS. Yeah, too cute still mod. It's all thanks to you. Thank you. Dawn made the sprite ones. I know. And I'm not even counting like all the alternate looks, like, you know, like some of the PNG tubers have different different expressions, so I'm not even counting those technically. I might count one of them, which is the second Somnium file one of like me with the complete outfit change, because I think that's appropriate. But for the most part, I'm even including ones that I've never used on stream, like my own personal streams. They were just either gifted to me as like a Fugi, or I used them pre-Crag stream times. So one of them is the original Cragula design that Dawn made way back in like before I even streamed. I might try to see if Eager has my other one that she made 2 PNGs when she streamed. One of them was a bunny and the other one was a oh, my brain's having a big fart. It was Splatoon 1, but it was like when the squid is like mid transforming into kid squid. So I'm gonna even try to find those. I'm gonna try to ask her to give me those. Yeah. I'm gonna try to archive every single Crag PNG. Every single one. Whether I've used it on stream yet or not. That is the goal. I pin it. Pin. But. And then I'll probably try to also... I'm gonna try to add either the day that it was debuted or the year that I think it was made. I might have a hard time finding the debut dates, but I can probably try to find the dates that they were created. So, or at least the year. A lot of these I can tell by the style of like what year I was in. Like I can tell which ones are probably like 2023 ones, but when it comes to like other people's work, I might not know off the top of my head, but yeah. I'll try to like look back at when I like received them for the first time. But yeah, we're working on that. Working on a Crag archive. I said that I wanted that at some point, and I was like, I think a spreadsheet is like the only best way right now, until maybe one day I can, you know, have like a website of that. How far? So we are only at case number 2 in the second game. The captive turnip. Wow. Blah, 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 blah. Jail. Looks like jail. Probably jail. Maybe jail? Bell. Green bell. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Who's dead? Oh. What the hell? It's that guy, the horse guy. He's dead. Dog. No, the dog is innocent. The dog is innocent. Don't put the dog on trial. Or maybe it's a person that looks like a dog. We know somebody like that. Anyway, March 27th, 16 a.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. God. When was the last time we were in the visitors room? Forever Ace Attorney games. Many Ace Attorney games in the past. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. The killing of Bastian Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. What's taking so long? You there? What's going on? I don't know, sir. I'll go back and... We've got a situation. It's Knight. He's been killed. What? Killed? In the detention center? Yeah, first of all, how'd that happen? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you waiting for? Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it didn't happen in the holding cell? But surely that was where he was being held. What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way. What? Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to? Prison proper, yes. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where the defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves as a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where the people who are convicted serve out their time. I supposed you could even say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked it, sir. Please, follow me. What is this jail cell? Whoa. That's Knight, alright, but he's dead. Yeah, Edgeworth. Lots of logic working in that one. Hello, Belle. How could this have happened? And how did we wind up inside the prison proper? March 27th, 10:32 a.m. Prison workshop. This looks like scary. This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over? But it's locked. Goofball. The detention center and the prison are separated not only by two heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. Well, apparently there's another door, as we can see here on the map. He's dead. Hello, Gypsy. Phone. I got an email. Second. Also, you might see there's a link at the top. I'm trying to not archive. I don't even know if this is archiving, but I'm trying to make the list of every single Crag PNG tuber that there is. I think I mentioned this before. So there it is. I'm still working on it. I'm not even halfway through uploading most of them. Yeah, like a catalog. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And so far I just kind of have names, the actual image, and like who it's made by, so yeah. Hello, Gabe, by the way. Hello. Attention, that would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? A prison. Oh, this is what the inside of a prison looks like. Good to know. Good to know. No one's highly motivated to learn today. You're just not on top of your game, Mr. Edgeworth. This stuff is important. You gotta be prepared for when the time comes. Which will never come for me, I must say. Edgeworth has room to talk. Or doesn't have room to talk, I should say. Because bro has almost been thrown in jail, okay? Still, I won't discourage you from finding out more. I need to gather a little more information myself. Then I use my powers of logic to piece it together. He sat in the detainment. That's a cool badge. Very severe. As it should be. After all, it symbolizes both the sanctity and the strictness of the law. Yeah, well, my badge symbolizes love, justice, peace, courage, duty, and compassion. And what about your beloved truth? She says the same thing. Fucking A. I'm sorry, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, please. This part of the floor is covered with dirt. You know what that means, sir? Footprints. Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. Guess we just gotta wait till forensics gets here. Yes, and in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it. Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth, thanks. My concerns was for the footprints, not your jacket, Detective. Well, I'm gonna just point this out, Edgeworth, you're more in it than he is. Anything out of the ordinary to report, officer? Yes, sir. There is this one thing. Go on. There's a body in the workshop, sir. He's right. That's definitely out of the ordinary. Anything else occurs to you, you know where to find me. Yes, sir? A victim. Arrested for murder on the afternoon of the 25th and killed on the morning of the 27th. Talk about instant karma. Never would have thought our perp would turn into a victim himself, though. Yes, I don't like this at all. You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir? Knight had seen his face, right? Maybe he couldn't afford to let him live. Shelley the killer, you mean? No, if this were his doing, he surely would have left a calling card. Besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too. Oh yeah. And I guess we're still alive, so... Still, this is a high security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. Prison. Guess it makes sense having the detention center and the prison in the same building. Means they can share the visitor's room. Indeed, it is an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting. Yeah, but then, why have 2 different areas in the first place? For the 2 different classes of detainees, of course, those pre-trials and those post-trial. The 2 facilities may be housed in the same building in this case, but they are actually quite different. Well, all I know is that they're both cramped and dark, and don't let you leave when you want. Perhaps spending a night in each would help clarify the difference between them? No, I'm good, thanks. Messed up, Edward. Alright. Just wanted to see if he'd said anything about the badge, but... I mean, not the badge, the floor plans. A whip? Why is there a whip there? Time to inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Indeed, this area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunate, I could use the right stick to look further up and down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners use it for work? I suppose so, yes. Okay, so I know you're going to say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope. Ugh, I knew it. Ugh, I should have known you were being serious. Weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside of a cage. Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made of cages, but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you've got to look at the basic nature of things more. I mean, she's kind of right. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. She ain't lying when she says that, though. There was a rope near Knight's body, too. Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I am in need of saving. Seems genuinely disappointed. These tarps are rather colorful. I wasn't looking at the tarp. I was looking at the whip, Edgeworth. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in the prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers? Maybe she left it here? Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, bro. It's a sink. It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. Nope. No whiff of treasure either. You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? We're not? Oh, is this like oh, it's like a it's a groomer. I was like, what? Why? But why would there be a whip? I don't like that. I understand this, the cell now, or like the cage and like the sink and this now, but yeah. What's with all the weird equipment? I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here. It smells weird though. Kinda musky, like wet burr. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Oh, it's nothing special, really. Except when it comes to sniffing out treasure. Remind me to seal all my valuables away in an airtight container. All about that whip. Kinky. Hello, Super Meat Hands. It's like, no, like, what? No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd never steal any of your stuff. But you would happily steal someone else's? I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. Examine. Anything else? These seem to be lists of prisoners' reservations for this workshop. What are all these numbers, Mr. Edgeworth? Prisoner numbers, I'd imagine. I'd hate to be given a number like that. I rather agree. People are meant to have names. I'd much rather be called Great Thief or the Second Yatakarasu. Alright, no names for you then, I guess. No names for you. That's not what I wanted to do. Crag number 49 should be used as a template for British Wild Crag. Oh, are you looking at the spreadsheet? What's funny is I'm not even halfway through all the Crag PNGs I have. That's only like some of them. But I should, you know? I should. It's a good idea. Okay, that was that. Oh, I saw an unchecked, or I thought I saw an unchecked. Yeah, I did. Wait. Or wait, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Okay, I think it's just for his body. Never mind. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. You better take a closer look. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp, and there's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? You should take a look under the sheet as well. Ugh, look at all that red stuff. Yes, I'd say that's blood. We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it. Ugh, his neck brace is soaked with blood from the hole in his neck. I would assume that the cause of death and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had a chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp too. Was he struck by something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat? Possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Okay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing. All yours, Gummy. Thanks. Alright, here we go. His clothes sure are a mess though, huh? Indeed. They appear to be covered in dirt. Killed instantly by a stab wound to the throat. The body is covered up in dirt. There's also a small cut on his scalp when he suffered a blow to the head. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else would be quite like you, detective. That is so mean. Leave him alone. Huh? Is that? Oh, I've seen one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you have, detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time. Pocket chess set. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one, though. I should examine it in more detail. There's mud all over it. Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies? Wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies. Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. Inmate use only. I guess that means that it must be one of the prisoners who was using it, right? Yes. You would certainly imagine so. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilled. We can? How come? Because it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, and the blood would have flown around it, and not underneath it. No, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the finger, and not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body. Live streak, holy moly, and also welcome in Trek. Maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility, at the very least. Whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there? Yes, sir. Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Okay. Oh, he's got a thingy in his hand. There's something on his finger. Oh, something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. That? Guess that'll be important at some point. That ring on his finger. Anything to say about anything else? Quick, steal it. Yeah, he's not gonna use it anymore. You're right. You're right. Come on, come on, come on. Hurry up and open that clasps. This is a murder investigation. You sound like a child on Christmas morning. Oh, please. Even your heart must skip a beat when you're about to open a mystery box. All of us think like UK, thankfully. These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. How come these are black and white? Most chess pieces are, and the ones in my office are custom made, as in they're unique and probably valuable? I like the sound of that. He's got that glint in her eye. You better not be planning a robbery. That's it. See if he has anything to say about any of this. Nope. The Google Doc on Crag finally dropped. Now everyone will know the many crimes they've committed. All the Crags that I've committed. Trying to document all the PNGs that I've used or have on my disposal. Down to the neck. Doesn't get much worse than that. How's a guy supposed to slurp down his instant noodles like that? Very funny, detective, though I'd think carefully before saying any more. Otherwise, you might find that you, too, are unable to slurp down any more of your beloved noodles. What do you mean, sir? Your salary is performance-based, so you had better start performing. Ugh, talk about a hard pill to swallow. Wow, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, he didn't even do anything wrong. Edgeworth is probably, like, worst boss of the year over here. Robbing the #1 prosecutor in the country? Brilliant plan. That would make it personal, meaning they can't prosecute you themselves. True. Talk about a hard pill to swallow. Wait a minute. Makes sense now. I just figured out why people say checkmate. Go on. It's because chessboards are checkered. More logical than I expected, I'd be honest. I think you'll find, detective, that checkmate is an expression meaning the knight, or not the knight, the king is dead. It has nothing to do with the pattern on the board. Oh, dang. Thought I'd make a real breakthrough there. Perhaps the breakthrough you ought to be striving to make is learning how to tell when you're the one doing the checkmating or the one being checkmated. Yeah, guess I'd still got ways to go in the game of life. Okay. Nothing new. Okay, we'll talk to Kay. Her thoughts and onions are on everything. So you want to see some rope tricks, huh? Could show you how to stealthily escape when your hands are tied. Surely there are some more everyday uses you can teach me instead? Let's see. What about how to make a ladder? Or how to tie an evildoer up super tight? There's no end of cool stuff you can do with a good piece of rope. Assuming you're a great thief, I suppose. Okay, she doesn't care about this stuff. Okay, I'm assuming I have to put some logic together. Body tarp. Oh. Wow. These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Yes. You took the words right out of my mouth. Hehe. That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. I thought you were on sabbatical? Bloody tarp data jotted down in my organizer. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. Ah, nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha. We're unstoppable. A regular 3 musketeers. Let's not get carried away, detective. There's one thing we still haven't found, huh? What do you mean, sir? Murder weapon? What's missing from this crime scene? I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Come now, detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. In fact, that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within the prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What's the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Huh? Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Excusez-moi, but... Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of a crime, right? Who's this guy? You're... Wait a second. Are you? No way. Those piercing eyes. Furrowed brow. Mr. Fender. It's Mr. Fender. Stop. Objection. Hello, Chunky. I know, right? But even after all this time, I'd know that deep bow anywhere. I'd know that deep bow anywhere. That neckwear ovs. God. Wait, let's see. I know, right? But even after all this time, I'd know that deep bow anywhere and that neckwear ovs. Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Wow. Guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. And you're the splitting image of the old devil in his days. Damn, that's kind of an insult, not gonna lie. Whee! Sorry, there's like a loud-ass helicopter flying over. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long I lost track. You know how it is. You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Oh, we got some drama between the two of them? Edgeworth, you need to have better drama because his name's Fender. That's like... Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you anyway? Case like, trauma dumping? Not even trauma dumping, just unnecessary... unnecessary drama. This is Eddie Fender. Eddie Fender. Oh, Ace Attorney. Oh, Ace Attorney. Knock, knock. He's a defense attorney. Put the hat back on. Put that goddamn hat back on. Don't ever take that off ever again. Enchante? As they say, Fender's the name, and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an Ace Attorney. He said the name! Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Farade, great thief. I'm, on sabbatical at the moment, though. A great thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Try cheek, if you will. Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple. Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys, if you'll have me. Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only, and they have to be super fun and super cool, and hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in. You've gotta be kidding. My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Whoops, I almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in Von Karma playbook, after all, isn't it? Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it.
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. It is? I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney? Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be anyway. He was planning to represent Knight. If his client hadn't been murdered, he and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Does that girl remind me of Ryla from Dragon Prince? I don't know what that is. Sir, that's a child. Yeah, I forget how old she is. Google, let's go out. Wait, what am I doing? I have her dumb profile here. She's 17. Put him behind bars. Put him behind bars. Put him behind bars. Arrest this man. 36! Put this man behind bars. Do you have anything to say about the tarp? Okay, you don't. What a coincidence. Oh my god, what if they're the same person? We're already here, saves the trip. Yeah. Your current case. So the victim asked you to represent him? Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today, as was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. fucking shrug. I'm as bummed out I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Oh yeah. Well, it's here now. Want some? Oh, vice I picked up on my travels. So Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here, anywho? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Well, Karma was always more of a convicted defendant at all costs guy. Didn't he teach you that? That was a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No. Thank you. He wants Phoenix's weenies. You know what I mean? He wants the Phoenix weenie. 60 Street. Holy shit. Hey, Roy. Damn. If you get to 100, we'll have to celebrate with something. The victim. Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. I'm really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mention your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself, and not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you. Trash talked you something fierce. Can't say I didn't join in the fun though. Ooh. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender? Lighten up, kid. You called him a kid. How old is that droid in this game? Oh, I don't know his age. Well, I'm assuming he's still in his 20s, right? Anyway, I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here, and I don't think I ever had that much of a gas. Oh, so you come here a lot. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. Let me present some fun stuff to him. Huh? For me? Shouldn't have. Always wanted to rock one of these pawn my lapel. That little clap animation is so funny. Thanks, you're a star. I never said I was giving it to you. Just yanking your change. I've already got a badge of my own. See? You don't wear your attorney's badge? Once in a blue mood. Goes nicely with my winter coat, as it happens. Guy's gotta dress to impress. Know what I mean? Impress who, exactly? I think I get it. So this is it, huh? The key to unraveling this whole mystery? Yes, perhaps. Great. You, keep hold of it then, yeah? Quickly now. Back in your pocket it goes. I guess he doesn't think much of it. Heard the Bronxter was a bit of a chess fiend. Indeed, perhaps we might have enjoyed a game had we met under different circumstances. Sounds like a riot. Not my cup of tea though. Really, too much thinking fries my noggin. Oh please. As I recall, I've yet to beat you even once. Yeah, well, that was a long time ago. Now that you're a big shot prosecutor, I bet I wouldn't stand a chance. You say so, Fender. I suppose we can leave it at a stalemate for now. He never was one to show his hand. I heard the Bronxter was... Oh, yeah. Same thing. Okay, nothing to say about that. Nothing to say about that either. Okay. Kind of figured, but... Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. You know, what do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. A classroom, a morgue, a recreation room? Give you 3. I don't think there are any of these. A morgue, a recreation room, maybe a recreation room? Is it a recreation room? Oh, I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Benchworth. I don't know, but I guess there's plenty here you could play with if you used your imagination props. with the whip and stuff. It doesn't. Oh no. Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. Oh. Did it give me the option for a workshop? I think it did. I just kind of was whatever. I think it's funnier that Edgeworth got it wrong anyway. Canonically, he would get it wrong. He wouldn't know what the hell a workshop is. So all the options he gave me were wrong. Oh, no, he didn't give me that option. Okay. That's what I thought. He's giving how do you do fellow kids. The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too. Bank some qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does though, right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then bzz, they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, bzz, a shock 3 times worse than that. What? That's brutal. I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules. It sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Our sensors data jotted down. Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. The body. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. Okay. The sky of the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. He is missing the bracelet. Prison security. Guess it makes sense that the security is pretty tight in a prison. Breaking out of here wouldn't be easy, that's for sure. Which is why I'd better to focus on staying out in the first place. So the sensors on the door detect the prisoner's bracelets, right? She's seriously pouring every last ounce of mental energy into this. Well, don't just stand there, Mr. Edgeworth. Help me think, will you? Right, wait, why am I wasting my mental energy on this? Oh, the deuce. He doesn't have a bracelet. He related to evidence somehow? Eureka! This piece of evidence clearly shows that there is a contradiction here. Where am I looking exactly, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, around, here somewhere. You gotta need to be more specific than that, sir. Something prison and do crime scene and shit. Is it his other wrist? Eureka! Oh, okay. No, I don't. Just like his body in general? The ring? Even this? It literally could be like anything. Okay, no. It's something with the door. Just him in general? Is it just him? I feel like it's gotta be a specific point. Guess this? Oh, okay. Prisoners aren't able to come in and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensors would detect their bracelet and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. Oh, okay. I see what he means now. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. You, apart from the prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know it's not true. That's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Oh, do you mean... But sir, they're... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds? I bet if you mosey on out of that door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you take a step. The dog? Listen, pal, we've just had about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you— Hold it! Detective! Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, they're dogs here. Dogs. March 27th, 11:06 a.m. Prison corridor. This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share their space with some special friends. Wait, what the fuck? Are the animals prisoners too? Animals? Yep, bird and feathered fellows of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. Oh. The cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. Got it. Rooms set up specifically for training that stuff. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime, exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What did an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison? You know those sensors on the door? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin, around the shoulder. Big needle, quick jab, and voila. What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Ah, right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where animals are humans are caged, animals are free to roam to their heart's content. Yeah, just free roaming. They're not completely free though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out there, you see. Ah. Hmm? What's that tinkling sound? Tinkling, sir? Doggy! That was the bell we heard when when Knight was murdered. This dog is innocent, I swear. It's probably a person that also... Maybe it's probably a person that has a dog. Like a prisoner, I mean, my bad. Gumshoe points at a monkey. I think that one committed tax evasion. Look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog. Well, they do say if a dog's aggressive, do not stare at it. You do not want to make eye contact with the dog if it's aggressive. Or scared of you. If you don't want to make a dog anxious, you don't make eye contact with it. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat him right. Come on now. Come to Gummy. Man, ignored by a dog. The dog was certainly very different to the other animals. It seemed to have a real thing against me. And only me. Alrighty then. You've met the menagerie. You met the menagerie? What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses. Right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy. Hey, you, there in the cell. Ignored again. Hello? We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Not a big talker, huh? Alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice? What is this dude with the hugging? Seconds out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Guy's weird. Oop, sorry. Oh my god! That's so cute. Round 1, 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? I agree with Gumshoe's proposal to arrest him, yeah. From the blue corner, it's Rocco, D259. Carceretto? Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Spiders can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't worry, you'll lose too much weight. Don't you worry that you'll lose too much weight doing all that? Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was, back in the day. But it's good to stay fighting fit. Least weighs, that's how I see it. So, is the bear part of your training too? Hehe. Looks kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. Seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no Stewie? and I don't know nothing about how. I'll be the judge of that. Please, answer the question. You punched drunk or something, boss? I told ya. I don't know zip. Ugh. Or he won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know. Shall we, Mr. Carceranto? They really said, yeah, we'll take any therapy animal. I didn't think polar bears could be, but yeah. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. My opponent is on the offense. I should remain calm and bide my time. It's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements and bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerato? I thought that. What? You want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Then put him up, though. Throwing in the towel already? That's gotta be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? Hello, Zatama. Think I don't get the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. I ain't tired. Not today. Not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. Thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerato. Carcerato? 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 I don't know if I'm saying this name right at all. But I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oof. We gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands. Oh. Hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. What were you doing? What was it like around here? What were you doing, I guess? Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too, builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training. You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? You know my profession. Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? I've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor, which means you weren't asleep, and that you were lying again. You're a good kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? Guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. Could well prove to be a useful clue. What's it like around here? Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean strange? Worn out already? Haven't you noticed yet? You're backed into a corner here. Got a load on this guy, Teddy. Thinks he's got the champ on the back foot. Guess I better knock some sense into him. Curses, I should have picked my words more wisely. That's no double boxing fight. I'm such strike when he drops his guard. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. I wish I could help you, boss, but I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. We're exercising. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Welcome in. Oof, a counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming. Seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerato. It's time to come clean about what you know. Alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerato? How do you say his name? How do you say his name, Zatama? How do you say this guy's name? Oh, quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah, lap it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Huh. Carcerato. Hanging on to your life. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk. Did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we talk? Can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? Something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you-know-who what you've become. Who know who? Keen to get to the lowdown, huh? Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa, you don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on someone else's time. Whatever you say, boss man. I think he should know at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way. What are you talking about? After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerato. Just a pun on jail, possibly, since jail in Spanish is— Oh. Look, we got some facts. Thanks, Atama. Yeah, usually all the Ace Attorney names are a pun to something. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. You won't land a glove on me, kid. The incident. There was a show. Finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after. Did some training. At least the way I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screamed, "What the ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, and I gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. I mean, he's in a jail cell, Edgeworth. What do you want the man to do? Like I said, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training Mr. Carcerato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. there's a guy, a fixer, they call him. What's a fixer? Fellow who can get his hands on about anything you need for a price. No way. Think you can find a... Perhaps Mr. Carcerato would... what you ought to ask for is beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise that you'll be down for the count in one. You? Put me down? Try it, you bum. And what I am? Chopped liver? And what am I? Chopped liver. A little... God, I can't read. There was a show...
Hold it!
What kind of show was it exactly? Depends on the day. They bring them in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to. Nice, that sounds like fun. This is probably the nicest jail cell I've ever, like, witnessed. They give them little therapy animals, they give them a little show. And you went along to see today's show? Sure I did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world, now can I? Then it was over.
Hold it!
What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope. What? In that tiny cell? How? And what about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him? Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest? Told you, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope. This way I tried, barely got the count to before someone screams.
Hold it!
Tell us more about the scream you heard. It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last, and I should know. Whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and a place, you know. So it was clearly audible. The guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever heard something like that, boss? Well, I have, and yeah, it was clearly audible.
Hold it!
And that's all you heard? There was nothing else? Nope, nothing much, anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come on over here and I'll see if I can make you squeal like he did. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forgive the kid here. He doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles. Apologize to the good man. But this is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. Look, friend, how about you let this slide, please, for me? Oh yeah, I heard the voice, like I said. I stayed at the prison to remind the audience that this is a work of fiction, exactly.
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training even after hearing all that screaming. Look, if we was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd seen what I could do. But this ain't the outside. I can't go no place, even if I want to. And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek? I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. If only this was a prison. Oh, if only this wasn't a prison, Mr. Knight might have lived. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. What? But if somebody could have just gotten to him in time. Mr. Serato is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. No, I don't have any water. I'll grab some. I'm gonna do that really quick. Sorry, I got the munchies while I was in the kitchen. I saw food. But actually I don't really have that much food. But I just like, I need the food. But it was cyber. So I heated up a bagel. A protein bagel. And put some cream cheese on it with some cucumbers. So it's refreshing as well. And I got water. Completed an 8-hour shift. Welcome to my life. Do you normally work 8 hours or no? Normally 5. Oh, I see, I see, I see. I'm eating my cucumber. My cucumber sandwich? Question mark? Honestly, I would rather work when it's like kind of busy though. That's just me though. I need like my work to be busy. While I munch on this, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I see.
Objection!
Aha! Because he technically instantaneously died, so there was no way he could have screamed. If not, bro, you get extra money. Hi. Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerado? You trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat. Very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. But there must have been a scream. Said there was. He said there was? Ugh, quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell? You mean... Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cells, same as always. And just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream, a really scary one. I just love him in the background, just like doing his little airboxing. Lady put her own hair in her food to try and get a free meal today. Ew. Ew. Like, why go through all that effort? You know? Why go through all that effort? For what? I told this guy I heard it scream, a real scary one. Scary how exactly? On this part, I guess, but it was kind of like, eek! Someone, anyone, come quickly, he's... something like that. Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Wasn't the victim. A cucumber! I feel like you get yelled at retail and restaurants. Indeed, I'm more likely to have been the person who found his body. That explains it. Mr. Carcerado was telling the truth, more or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems now with this testimony? There is a problem. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head, namely. Why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerado? Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Because he wasn't there. Roar! Eek! Wasn't there. What do you think I did? The crime or something, huh? From inside this here cell? Guy died over there in the workshop, in case you forgot. How'd you know that? Wait, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right. Either of us could have done it. Cause let me tell you, if I could get out of here, this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast. Eek! Ain't that true? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'm guessing wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth. What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this state.
Overruled.
Who the fuck? That was a overruled. Who's there? Who the fuck are you? Order in the court. Who died and made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Hush now. Silence is golden. It is? Your hand, if you would please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you. Blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. Guard, if you would. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? That's messed up. You didn't do anything wrong. Trying to get the kitchen manager fired? Uh-oh. Also, who the fuck's this twink behind her? Look at his smug, dumb face. I've seen him before. I don't really know anything about him. But he looks dumb. Watch him end up being like my favorite character. Alright, I'm trying to finish the rest of my bagel. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there. There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This lady's scary. I don't like her. I hope she like commits a crime and we like put her in jail or something. All over the salad coming out late after the meal did. Which yeah, is annoying but not friable. Oh yeah, definitely not. Definitely not worth it. Definitely not. One second. I'm gonna open my can of... Fuck. I cut my nails. Oh, I can't get... There we go. There we go. We got it. Okay. There's no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. Kind of reminds me... No, maybe not. Never mind. I was gonna say Mia Fey, but... Like, if she was evil, though. This woman's definitely evil. This is a blessing. A chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. No! Okay, that animation was really funny of him getting dragged away. Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, holy one, we give thanks in your name. And you are? Verity Gavel, I'm guessing? Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of law. Why is a judge here, though? I'm just asking for a friend. And what is a judge doing in a place? Okay. You know what, Edgeworth? Handshake emoji. You and I, same brain. Since you asked, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutor... prosecute... Whatever. Excellency? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should be not taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred, phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume? She's giving girls I went to private school with. I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with the judicial, comparde. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here. She's like, I do not chillax. Oh my god, sorry, I gulped so loud there. I needed to remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association. Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise to be the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight onto you. Okay, then mind you guys catch Von Karma. Dumbasses. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from the cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power of confiscate. The power of confiscate. To confiscate. Am I okay? Prosecutor's badge. And what does the committee for prosecute. Whatever you said. Yeah. Good one, Gumshoe. What does Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Oh, here comes Twinkar. Ew. Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an arrogance. Or more, whatever the fuck you just said. Ignoramus. And who are— First of all, listen to this motherfucker's theme. This clown-ass music. Twink National Anthem over here. Anyway, who are you, pal? Winner. It's fucked up. Ignoramus. Prosecutor extraordinaire. Though you might know me as just the winner. A name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. I've never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Flatfoot? He called Gumshoe flat-footed. Yeah, he did. Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say, so I'm sure things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner. And I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Ustase? Only joined us just last month, so he's nothing but a rookie. I'm not just any rookie. I'm a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee is sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. but I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining Judge Gravel? Very well. Or Gavelet. I don't know how to say it. Is it Gavelet? Eustace. Winner. Eustace Winner. I cannot believe that is his name. Anyway, well, very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case? Just like that? Judge Gavelet. I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crime will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subject a visiting foreign leader to questioning. I mean, he's like already questioned like 2 foreign leaders. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. Hello? Girl, I think you're in the wrong game. This isn't an RPG. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
Objection!
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where the certain rules were concerned. There's also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. She about to kick his ass? I feel like that's what it was. Then what you are saying is, the ends justify the means? Rules can be freely ignored? That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Bitch, it's called loopholes. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing is, but to give thanks for the Goddess of Justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal? To do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. No, stop! What are you doing, detective? This was a whole guy being held at knife point thing. Yeah. I'm in charge of here now. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was Twink talking. I'm in charge of here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me. Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winter says. But, what sir? Judge Gavelli, or whatever the fuck your name is? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The committee's decision is beyond irrational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Great. Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. To be continued. Dun dun dun. Okay, this is the middle. Because I was confused. I was like, man, I was only sure. I've only been streaming for like an hour and 50 minutes. I mean, I'll keep going. March 28th, 9:45 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Ugh, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible the way those two treated you. Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. It's the only time I've ever successfully done a British accent, was being snarky and assy. The prosecutor's department really said, wear whatever the hell you want, guys, we don't care. Yeah. The committee hereby decrees that the prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. Judge Gavel and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words, but that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did, and what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. Earth to Mr. Edgeworth. Are you listening to me? Yes, of course. So this is it? You're giving up on Bronco's Knight's case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tactically accept the committee's decision. Taxity, whatever. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Why is your cell phone ring not the dun 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 dun? Yes, what is it, detective? I've got some bad news, sir. We're down at the precinct, Giz. They just arrested somebody for Knight's murder. What? Do you know who it is? No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you can go talk to whoever it is? Good idea. Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. Wanna be a twink magician with a cape? Sure. Wanna dress like you're in the Olympics? Go ahead. Me too. I'll see you there, sir. But won't you be missed, detective? Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Good. Then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir. Come on, Kay. Let's go. You got it. March 28th, 10:23 a.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Still no sign of them. Indeed. Wait, this is just like last time. Please don't tempt fate like that. No, I can't. I just can't. Sure you can. I told you. It's just a pair of visitors. Who is it? Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. No. Just talk with them, please. No, but one of them is a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you, right into your soul. Ah, you must be the suspect in the... Eek! To see, I told you. Okay, why is this man so flustered? Probably because you're being you. I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? I just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't recall ever employing you. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. Oh, please. I love how you nail his finger tapping on your sprite. Thanks. Yeah, I felt that was very, very, very important. You can't pull an Edgeworth without having his iconic finger waggle. One of his fingers waggling. But thank you. Chapter OST is very clown. I know. Really? Really, really. Really. Eek. Anyway, can you first please tell us your name? It's Saint. Simon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask you a few questions if I may. Please, Simon. We're trying to help you, I promise. Really? Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Stop scaring the twink. What? No, I can't. I couldn't. There's no way I could be a prosecutor ever. Take that thing away from me, please. I wasn't going to give it to you anyway. Oh, what? You're going to arrest me? Take me to court? No objection? I knew it. Overruled, Mr. Saint. Now please, calm yourself. Sorry, I, don't know anything about these legal type things. You really have nothing new to tell us. Sorry, no. Does this mean they're going to arrest me again? I don't mind saying what you need to hear. I'll say anything, whatever you want. Only if you wish to be arrested for pre-jury. And now you're just leading with the witness. Oh, I'm getting so arrested again, aren't I? I'm not going to get much out of him when he's being like this, am I? Would you mind taking a look at this, Mr. Saint? Yeah. Here, look at this dead body. Eek! I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. Maybe I should hold off on showing this to him until he's calmed down. Oh, maybe he's the guy that they heard screaming. Probably who he is. Stop scaring the Stop scaring the twinks. Lay them alone. Lay them alone. Leave them alone. Would you mind taking a look at this, Mr. Saint? Eek! I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. I want to see if he does say anything about it on any of this stuff, but I'm confused. Is he just like a dude, or is he like one of the prisoners? I'm assuming he's one of the prisoners, but I don't know. Come on, Saint. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself. Oh, who, me? But why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? Oh, well, it's not. It's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else on it. Oh, they did say that they had a show going on, right? Maybe he's something, because he's not dressed like a guard or, prisoner, so maybe he was like the show today or something? I don't know. This is going to take a while. Relation to Knight. About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So, Simon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. We were friends. Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested. And, did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. He came to see Knight. I wonder when that would have been. And when was that, Simon? It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. I came as soon as I got the call from the cops. The police called him? Why? How come the police called you? That they said Bronco asked them to. He needed a favor. Favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set, the pocket-sized one. So I went by his place, and then I came here. A chess set? A chess set? Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hehe. Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me? And have you read what my next move is going to be? I sure have. There's something you want to show Simon. Indeed. Let's present to him and see what he has to say about it. So, this chess set. Oh, that's the one I bought for Bronco. Well, that settles that at least. Well, we, found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simon, you and Mr. Knight were very close, weren't you? They were roommates. Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. Oh. But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find that he had killed somebody? Not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simon murdered Mr. Knight. Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have any obvious motives. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Reason for arrest. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Whoa, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. Guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. These policemen. Was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid named D. Winner or something. A rookie. I thought as much. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated? By the cops? Well, yeah. I mean, you've been arrested, and you're a suspect now. No. No. All the detectives just shout at me and threaten me and... Oh, it's these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to... What is wrong with this guy? I think he's kind of into it. Detective Dick Gumshoe reporting for duty. Eek. Sissy, I told you. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those huge... Oh, he's into this. No, please. I'm calling the cops. What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nothing, detective. He's just gay. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. You're just being typical Bara energy. I can't tell if he's anxious or gay or both. He's probably both. I don't get it, sir. Look, Mr. Edgeworth. Simon is clearly innocent. So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Saint. Yes? You were Mr. Knight's friend. And 2 days ago you came to visit him? You had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well. Then I will choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right. It's payback time. I'll show those two who investigation reigns supreme. Ooh yeah, now we're cooking. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? And you could represent our pal here. Gumshoe, you're brilliant. Welcome to the club, kid. Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone and his life depended on it. But I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects, that's what a defense attorney does, you know? He learned so well. Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. So come on, let's get to work. Yes, ma'am. I mean, there was one time where Edgeworth technically pretended to be a attorney too. He did it for like in place of Phoenix. Someone called Phoenix, yeah. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. Eek. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I have decided to try, for now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return, if nothing else. It might help you to feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. March 28th, 11:22 a.m. Detention Center Corridor. So, we talked a good game in there, but we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime. Maybe defending the guy in the core is our best bet after all. Gummy can't defend for his life, remember? Well, who do we have here? If it isn't Edgeworth and the gang. What are you cats doing here? Listen, pal, if you come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, Hey, easy there, Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. Sholmes? Flatfoot Sholmes! I'm here to work. Work? What? You're here to defend somebody? Whoa, the K-Meister nails it in one. Aren't you just the uber intelligentes one of the bunch? Uber intelligentes? That's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town. I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Treated like any other suspect, thank God Japanese legal system is known for being fair. Which is why I'm being summoned to the old jail Rooney for a meeting with a new client. The suspect is one Simone Sainsbury. You mean Simone Saint? How? That's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender is a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We drop this guy, beat him up, and take his badge? I fear it might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. He's referencing the third game. I managed to warn my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Bink, bink, bink. Phoenix. Talking about his boyfriend. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice. Fender, pointing left, pointing right, Before you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so. I heard you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. Should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. Please believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor, but he's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, detective. Cummy's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. Yeah, it's because his boyfriend changed him. He's not a prosecutor, he's a hero. Got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. But he was. There's no other words for it. He was heroic. Great thievery, even. Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way that the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more into this case than meets the eye, I'm certain of it. I just can't walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth? Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change of spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I have experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls. I'm a certain attorney that made me have unnecessary feelings, including some old friends that showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Well, I'll be. The old you would never have barred his soul like that. That was beautiful. Might even surprise you-know-who. And you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me, Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices, Eddie Fender, Senior Partner. Kay's face. Oh, did he work for his dad? Edgeworth? That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So, the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is... The clever K-Meister nails it once again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. But his dad's dead. Guess you all noticed I kept his name over the door, so to speak, least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth, Miles, I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you, not fully anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know. Anyone can say they've changed. I'm going to need you to prove it. And besides, you know, it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well, I accept. Okay, then that's enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth and Co. Congrats, man. I will try to not let you down. See this shit, Gregory? You seeing this shit, Gregory? I also just realized the sign on the thing said your life, your choice. Your life, your choice. Oh, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal son coming on board at his late father's firm. Permission to come on board too. Please, Mr. Fender. You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Woohoo! Thanks, Captain. Alright, I guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles? Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Just what I was thinking. Eager associate. We do indeed. Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss. Now that's decided, let's get going. What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys. Or Gumshoe. Love the stupidly blunt live, laugh, love signs. Yeah. He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own. How can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winter, and if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can possibly pass our way. You can count on me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the defense. Yeah, you are. Trust me, I know. But just this once. Those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. I'm sure giving puppy who doesn't like being separated, I know. Wait, I know that parrot. Or if it's the same parrot. March 28th, 11:50 a.m., prison corridor. So, any ideas how we track down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be simply ask around. Oh, don't you dare. I don't know who that is. Oh. Who the fuck? Who is this? Excuse me, but oh, my, just look at you. Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulous. Facial hair so very au contraire. Don't you think? Enchante, mademoiselle, and much obliged. I'm fucking this up, guys. I'm so sorry. Defense attorney, any Fender at your service. Let's get things off on the right foot, shall we? A little embrasser, perhaps? Oh ho ho! I like the sound of that. They're gonna hug. What? Oh. But right on the kisser. Well, how else does one greet a new friend, A little smooch is entirely I don't know that word, don't you think? Wow, talk about stealing a kiss. Indeed, an act so shameless even puts great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Okay. I think that's assault if you're kissing the prisoners. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too. Sure, dude. You got some disease on your lips now. She probably is kissing everyone and their mom and You don't know what she's carrying on those damn lips. Congrats, lady. You just creeped the creep. I know. Fifi Lagarde. Lagarde. Or Lagarde, probably. By the way, warden of this charming abode. You call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I am an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh, heavens no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone who was anyone had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching the show with me. The performance set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We were one very lucky family. N'hésitez pas? Is that Scarp alive? It seems like it. It's probably like an animal, one of the animals. She was at the circus performing for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Carcerado mentioned a show yesterday as well. He must have been talking about the same thing. What time did this show take place? From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yes, something like that. Meaning it finished right around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to explore our home. Make casa su casa and all that. Ciao for now. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? The person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate. See where his information will take us next. Alright, here Holy Hammeress isn't here. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Her Holy Hammeress isn't here today. So now's our chance to make some real progress. Her Holy Hammeress? Now there's a novel way to prefer to judge Gabrielle. Just love the blank stare horse phrase. I like to think we're above name calling, Kay, but yes, you're right. Well, what are we waiting for? There's investigating to be done. This parrot. It looks like the parrot from the first case, or not the first case, from the case in the first game, the one that Edgeworth's involved in. You can talk to the horse. They even have ponies. This one's big enough to carry a small child. Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo. Except it's the humans, not the animals who live in the captivity here. No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they? If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I suppose not. The trauma dumping parrot? Yeah. Oh, it's a blurb about the guy in the cell. Let's see what it says. Prisoner number D259. Classification, habitat, C cell to the right. Not exactly helpful, is it? This grizzly fellow has a pet polar bear called Teddy. He's a former boxer who loves to stay trim and is always at optimum fighting weight. He may push his body to the max, but he relentlessly kind to himself. Omnivore. Who exactly is all this information for anyway? Yeah, what is this, like a zoo of humans? What the fuck? There's no one in here. They took him to solidarity, remember? I wonder if he'll be back. It may be a while. I got the feeling he was in pretty serious trouble. Poor guy. Did you see the tears in his eyes? He really didn't want to go. Yes, the way they had to literally drag him away was certainly unusual for a simple timeout. I shudder to think what kind of punishment he's facing right now. Right on the kisser. She seems to have given you quite a shock. And why is that, I thought you were a man of the world. Oh, well, yeah, I'm all for saying hi with a hug, but going straight for the kiss? Cool your boots, am I right? Ooh, woo me a little before puckering up. That's all I ask. Well, I never would have pegged you as the shy type. That's not the issue here, I think, Kay. An associate's role. Listen, Miles, I've been meaning to ask. Does that frown of yours turn upside down? An assistant with a permanent scowl on his face is bad for business, you know. I don't see any reason why an associate attorney needs to smile. And that's how I know you've never worked in a private practice. It's all about building trust, man. You've got to create rapport with your clients. A smile here, a wink there, a hug to break the ice, and a card to show you're legit. Otherwise, they'll never open up. Yes, well, to each their own, Fender. Edgeworth & Co. I'll give it to you straight. Running the biz was tough going at first. I mean, Gregory Edgeworth, man. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill. I see. And what kind of cases does the firm take on? I'd be better asking what we don't. We do murders, parking fines, the whole 9 yards. Our basic principle is this: everyone deserves a defense. So you've never refused a request. Well, let's just say I have a certain preferences in the clients I work with. But didn't you just say that everyone deserves a defense? I'm just messing with you, little sis. Of course we treat all our clients the same. I mean, Gregory's name is still above the door. I've got to live up to his ideals, you know? And that means always doing my best for everyone. Edgeworth & Co. Firm my father built, huh? There's something written here. It seems to be about the prisoner in the cell. Prisoner number D258. Classification Captivus Tuberculosis. He may look fearsome, but this lively fellow is actually a sweet-natured herbivore. He even has a pet penguin named Winnie. He is skilled at giving real, gripping testimony. You'll swear you were there at the crime scene too. The end. It's the kind of thing you might expect to read in a zoo, not a prison. It's a mini pig, I believe. Though not for eating, I hope. Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo. Except it's the humans, not the animals, who live in captivity here. No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they? This bench has seen better days. It's covered in rust. Yeah, only cats would dare take a nap on here. Or on there, maybe Gummy. I fear you may be right. I can see the crime scene through the window in this door. Sir Edgeworth, you can't just shove your whole face in front of a window like that. You have to do it more sneaky-like. You'll feel good looks while keeping a lookout for your enemies. I am not a criminal, Kay, so why should I have to behave like one? Yeesh, I was just trying to teach you my special sneak peek technique. Well, I have no need of any such technique. Thank you very much. This is the door to one of the workshops. Why do they have workshops in a prison anyway? They're for people to train in, for when they return to life in the outside world. But a dead body was found in one of them, right? So then, it's not really doing a good job of helping anyone return to life, is it? I suppose that's another reason why we should aim to clear up this mystery as soon as possible. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it's a monkey mountain. Not something I ever expect to see in a prison, I must say. Doesn't it look fun? Not in the least, and while we are on the subject, you are not under any circumstance to climb on that structure. Do I make myself clear? But I have to show that monkey who's boss. Please, Kay. I really don't. Do you have a moment? I have a few questions for you. Oh, who's a good girl? You are. You're just perfect. She really is. She's beautiful. Ahem. Meow. He's finally noticed me, I think. I was wondering, what's her name? It's Waggy, ma'am. She's my little friend. Yes, right. As you were then. What I need is answers, not clawful puns. Ha 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 ha, Edgeworth. Ha, you're so funny. It's a basin for drinking from. Looks a little hard to reach. They need to come up with a more user-friendly design. Or perhaps it's for the animals? Did you ever think of that, Kay? This looks like the way to the prison yard. Sadly, the shutter is locked tight. Freedom awaits on just the other side. A stoic lock. Hello, Bloodia. Crag, why are you in prison? Because a murder happened here. Freedom awaits on just the other side. A stoic lock and key Twink's mind's eye and nose and the outside and outdoor breeze. Such a cruel fate it is indeed. The more I think on it, the more it eats at me. And whose thoughts are you attempting to channel exactly with that soliloquy? Funny! Why is there a rabbit just... I nearly tripped over it. Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo. No, the guy that the guy that we found out murdered somebody was killed. So the murderer was murdered. I wonder where this door leads. I don't know about you, but I'm getting some real strong vibes coming from there. Maybe that's where they keep the super duper dangerous prisoners. It's certainly a real possibility, in which case we'd better turn back while we still can. Wait, I was only kidding, you know? About the person who found the body. Do you happen to know where he is right now? Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually is at this hour. It seems the workshops are our next port of call. Hello? Anybody in there? Nice try, kiddo, but this isn't a bathroom stall. Yo, you there. Could you help us out here, my good man? Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Is someone using this workshop right now? Yes, sir. One of the prisoners is in there. Just confirmed it myself during the noontime roll call. I'd like to speak with this prisoner if that's alright. Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec. This one's all yours, Milesy boy. What? Why? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know yet. Huh. And I thought adults were all supposed to be strong and brave. Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Hey. Oh, okay. Here they come. Wow. I never thought I would see this guy. He's the guy from the first case in the first Ace Attorney game. Wow. Hello, yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me? This bozo. Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting to see. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor. A prosecutor, you say? A defender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor, indeed. It'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Right. I mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. That explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday, so he's already spoken to Winner. Do you mind answering a few questions? No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name's Swat. Frank Swait. Swit. Oh, Frank Solid. I remember his name now. The witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure. Have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Solid, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? Yes, I was in that workshop there, working, as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is, yes. So I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of studying befitting an unusual prisoner, I suppose. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything. Interesting. I barely asked him anything at all. And he's already sweating bullets. So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you, sorry.
Hold it!
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Solid. For this interview has only just begun. I mean, even if you were to ask me, you know something, don't you? He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm going to get any answers. The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. What's your connection to this incident? Tell me, what's your connection to this incident? Which incident? The murder? Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing. Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen, a good person, if you will. I'm biding my time. If you don't have anything else to ask me, I do need to be going. Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. Okay. We gotta really, like, learn this guy, jeez. Not gonna bide our time. A good person who's in prison? Forgive me, Mr. Solid, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. But that's... So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I mean, I don't know anything, I swear. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. Apologies, Mr. Solid. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere. Person who found the body, you say? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something that something you're not telling me after all? No, I just sense that who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything truly. No doubt about it. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. Everything's in the prisons. What were you doing, maybe? I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Solid, in detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. That's what I was doing yesterday, training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... If you don't have anything to ask me, I do need to be going. Oh shit, okay. I kind of thought because he was like stuttering a bit. Were they screaming? You heard someone? Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Solid, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. Gah! No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. Time to deploy my clue. Then you heard a scream. You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again? How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Solid. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying. Look, if you must know, When I'm working with the animals, I get into the zone. They're all I see. I am to understand that you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? Well, my scissors technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Scared? And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen often. Very often, I mean. Well, that's... No, thankfully it doesn't. A scream certainly would have frightened them. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Solid? Tell me. Ugh. I can assure you I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I really did hear somebody scream, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise. The mask has finally begun to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself with more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Solar. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? Who did you hear screaming? When did you hear it? When did you hear the scream? Oh, wait. Now I remember. Forgot about the show. They put on this show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That was where I was in the morning. I gotta sit up. But now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You realize that goes completely against everything you told me so far. And what were you going to do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? Well, let me think. A whale? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you? Gah. Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was. Maybe I wasn't. It's clear Mr. Saul wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. What did you hear scream? What did you hear screaming? Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard. Yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at any show. How long were you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. Duh. The game's up, Mr. Solid. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about the scream now. I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body. How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body, Ugh, I made a mistake, that's all. How, Mr. Solid? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? Because you're the one that found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. How did you... It's true, I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Solid, I believe you have lost... Oh, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold... I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your corporation. Alright, you win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end. Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it? What do you mean? We're not trying to expose the truth, we're trying to save Simon. That's what we do, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney assistant. What the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know? Client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And your old man always said your relationship with the client comes before everything else. But if you think Mr. State's well-being has taken backseat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, it's important. The importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Knows his age. In any case, yeah. Therefore, Mr. Solid, I'm asking you once more. What happened when you found the body? Finding the corpse. In that workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. Don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there. A man, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found. Yes, that's right. I was in Workshop B, and you were there the whole day. Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, 9 p.m. And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m., which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Prison roll call data jotted down in my organizer. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m., which puts it right around the time the show was happening. Yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it, and therefore anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Solid? I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Solid's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority.
Hold it!
What exactly were you practicing? How to be a pet stylist, of course. I'm a model prisoner after all. So he keeps saying.
Hold it!
You found yourself there, really? That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door. Why did you think to do that? Gosh, I don't know. Just found myself doing it, really. Clearly weren't concentrating on your work then. No, that's not true. I'm a model prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely? Like being stuck at school after everybody else had gone home, huh? Yes, exactly like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop bed.
Hold it!
Does that mean you didn't get a good look inside? No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but had bars over it, you see. Not exactly a panoramic view. They're just so the guards can check on what's going on, right? That's right. Yes. You're a very knowledgeable young lady. You bet. I guess you could say I know a little something about prisons now, too. I'll have to remind myself to address this newfound interest later. Anyway, yes, I peeked in through the little window in the workshop door. And I saw him lying there, yeah.
Hold it!
Did you tell right away if it was a man or a woman? It was clearly a man. His physique, his clothes. It was also very clear that he was dead. You could tell just by peeking through the little window. Look, let's just say this wasn't my first dead body. But what? You mean you're in prison for... To my eternal shame, yes. This was, however, the first time I had seen another person's handiwork up close, so... I quailed in fright.
Hold it!
Do you recall how exactly you screamed? Any words you might have used? No, I only remember that I screamed. Folks don't tend to remember much when they're busy crying out in terror, Miles. Exactly. So yes, I screamed. That's all I remember. He presents himself as an innocent bystander, but nothing could be further from the truth. Given what he is, things couldn't have happened as he claims. The contradiction in his testimony is clear as day. You just need to present the evidence that proves it.
Objection!
Oh, okay, not that. I think it's the glove. Alright, it's definitely the glove, because the glove is like the proof, I feel like. Isn't that workshop there?
Objection!
It has to be the glove, right? Because his elephant shit. Oh.
Objection!
Oh. Duh. None of these pathetic lies, Mr. Solid. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? You know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist.
Hold it!
Well, that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please? As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, that's... But there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Gah! Ooh-wee. Stylishly done, Edgeroo. But doesn't this mean that Mr. Saul couldn't have found the body then? Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Saul himself can explain. I'm... So actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like. By all means, go ahead. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. So as long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out. So long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside the workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards, please? Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? Better dig a little deeper into his testimony just in case. Oh, as I see more people play Investigation 12, Investigation 12, Investigation 2. Yes, it's my first time playing it. I always wanted to play the investigation games. We played the first one and continue with the, because I had the collection, obviously, as you can tell, but it's pretty good so far. I mean, I like the music in this one too. Investigations 12, I wish. There's a little trick only prisoners know about.
Hold it!
Is that true? Tell me some more about this trick, Mr. Solid. Hiccups now. Of course, it's quite simple, really.
Hold it!
Two's good. Probably your favorite in the second favorite Ace Attorney game. What's your all-time, or I guess like, what's your all-time favorite or second favorite? I suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom. It does, to be honest. It's one of the few things that brings me joy anymore. A rather surprising source of joy, but rule breaking isn't exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it? Oh, but I am remorseful. I always am. I'm a model prisoner after all. I'm beginning to suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is. So you use this trick to peek through the window. That's right, yes. I made sure the guard wasn't looking and I leaned out into the corridor. That's how I was able to peek through the window. Trials and Tribulations? It is a pretty good one. I agree. Why did you make it so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door, and that room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with Mr. Solid said? There is a problem. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. You've got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Solid, tell us the truth about what you saw. We do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Just tell us what you saw. Alright. It was a dog. Fact about Solid. In Japanese, he switches between ultra polite speech, like really ultra polite, and very rough speech. Oh. That's pretty cool. It's kind of a shame that, like, I guess they could do it in English. They really could. They don't really, I mean, there's like a way they could technically do that. They could kind of change like the way his accent and the way he talks, I guess, but yeah. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. Huge black dog had sunk its terrible teeth into the victim's throat. Great Ace Attorney! Just like Great Ace Attorney. What did you just say? It was hellish. Utterly hellish. A beast. An awful beast. He killed him. Ugh. Suddenly I don't feel so good. Jeepers creepers. That's awful. Talk about traumatizing. It was dreadful. Horrible. But I don't think a dog could kill a man. Like that. Like, not instantaneous like that. A dog's bite definitely could not do an instantaneous. Of course, you were thinking that. I think Great Ace Attorney is my favorite game. Now that you know why I couldn't help but scream. So there's a man-eating dog in the prison. Came out before, but then they decided to reuse that gimmick in Great Ace Attorney. Yes, it is a really good, really good game. There's man-eating dog in the prison animal population, is there? I think he's innocent. I think it's a person framing him. Unless it's really... Unless it really is like Great Ace Attorney 2 is gonna make me sad. It really is everything I promise. You believe me, don't you? No. For now. This one seems too far-fetched a lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us in your testimony, if you don't mind. Very well. Inside, he spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright.
Hold it!
How much do you remember about the man you saw? Oh, I remember everything. Let's see. He had blonde hair, and his neck was covered in blood because he was dead. Yes, we know that, Mr. Solid. Thank you very much. Just telling you what I saw. I thought you attorneys were obsessed with the little details. There's some serious venom behind those words. Something tells me he may not have had the best experience with defense attorneys in the past. And Mr. Phoenix White saw that black dog, his mouth clamped tight around the man's throat. You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yes, there was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and... Whoa, 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 spare us the gory details, will you? What about the victim? Was he... Eek! Don't say it, don't say it. Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ow, Kay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger, just lifeless. Eek, enough already. Oh, why do you have to go into every little detail like that? To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Oh, he was dead as a doornail. He was dead as a doornail. You paint a very vivid picture. Well, I had a front row seat, I suppose. I could almost feel the agony of the poor man's final moments. I don't think I'll be getting any sleep tonight, Mr. Edgeworth. You won't? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and it's all your fault for pressing him for more gory details. I'll be having nightmares tonight myself. It's all still so fresh in my memory. It's really just opening. I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. Featured a snowflake motif. Wait, did he just like add that? I don't remember him mentioning that. Unless I was... A snowflake motif in relief. You seem to have a very clear memory of this ring, Mr. Solid. Well, I used to go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions, you see. I had to take people in at a glance. Their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. Figuring out who exactly you're dealing with is the first step in any sale. Except in this case, you were figuring out a corpse. What can I say? Force of habit. One that served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself. Even so, you seem to have remembered things to an uncanny level of detail. I suppose. Nevertheless, it's true. I remember the ring, relief, all of it. Is what he's saying even plausible, though? Perhaps I should take another look at the condition of the victim's body as we found it. Oh god, sorry, my throat. I know what I saw, Mr. Edgeworth, and my eyes don't lie. So Knight was bitten in the throat by a dog that lives here in the prison. Not the most plausible of explanations, I have to say. Well, they do say that pets take after their owners. But there are some things they shouldn't take after. Not if they're supposed to help reform their owners. Otherwise, what's the point of having an animal therapy program? I should probably ask Mr. Solid a little more about the dog. Not even a twitch of the finger. Oh wait, Edgeworth said something. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. He said it to some of me. Killed instantly by a stab wound to the throat. The body is covered in dirt. There's also a small cut in his scalp from where he suffered a blow to the head. It is a door now, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of a finger, just lifeless. I want to say it's this, but...
Objection!
Okay, it was that. I'm just confused. Well, he'll explain it. A ring with a snowflake relief. Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate. Okay, I guess that's what it was. And what's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this, you testified to have seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger, see exactly as I said. There's no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. Oh, I had to look at the photo. Right. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it, unless that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier that you only took a look through the window and the door, yet you seem to have quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Solid. Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot acting like you know it all? I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. Oh, I know. The man's arm. It must have moved under that tarp after I peeked in. Nonsense. You already told us that it can't have been the case. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead. Dead men don't move, do they? Hooey! Is that the stench of the desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Solid? Tell us. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. Yes. You couldn't let it go, could you? Gotta keep on poking and prodding. You slimy two-bit associate attorney. Seems the real Mr. Solid has finally revealed himself. Oh, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just a sweet innocent witness here. But are you really? Because I must say I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? You saw something that shouldn't have been impossible to see. You saw something that should have been impossible to see from the outside of the workshop. So how did you do it? That's simple. He was here. You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove that I was in the room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over, minding my own business looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves for fun? Put up or shut up, I want to see evidence that proves I was in the room with the body.
Take that!
Remind me, Mr. Solid, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times do I was practicing my pet styling technique. Of course, and perhaps his rubber glove might mean something to you. This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. No, this one's different.
Hold it!
Yes, that one seems awfully lonely, doesn't it? This is just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps, but if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. Oof. Ugh. Ugh. Wah, wah. It's over.
Objection!
What the? Oh, it's him. I was like, who the fuck? That was pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now's not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man's here a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on it. That's true, so how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried. Right, we don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. He should be clinging onto that bracelet like a big round lifesaver it is. In what way? As in, it's the best hope our wig-flinging friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with a bracelet on. If it were me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet, he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why that might be, Sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday, too. Whoa, you sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Gregory taught me that. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about your bracelet? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. Broken? Fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. That it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see, so your bracelet is broken. Do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. Back from a D&D campaign? Noise? You there. Could we have a moment? Oh, aren't you just the cutest? Meow. Can I help you, sir? How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? It's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep a hold of the broken one for time being. Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now, turn our murderer in, yeah? What? No, I didn't kill anybody. Whoa there, Palio. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody else was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body, that's all, I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, Oh, fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? He was going to rob the corpse. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in such much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I'd never stoop so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. You dropped the glove in your haste, huh? You need an adult. I'm sorry, DS. You're gonna have to deal with that burden yourself. You have a D20 to predict stuff. Just ask me to roll it, and we can guess the future, maybe. Okay. Let's see. Let me think of something. Did the dog murder? Did the dog commit murder? Did the dog murder? Did the dog commit murder? I guess this is all just about the hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Saul is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. It's a 1, so that means no. He's innocent. The question of how... Yes, the dog's not the killer! The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell is the... The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Ooh, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Solid's testimony. A dog's involvement can only mean one thing. The Mr. Solid? Yes. What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to the Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no. There was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to? Yes. How did you... I knew it. I had my suspicion when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but where is this person's cell? You're going to see him? Who are we talking about here? Him. He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. And all I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him. What? Did you please? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time? The big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks. They keep him in maximum security. Which is over there. Failure misses poor outcomes, yeah. Maximum security, well, that certainly is one way of treating someone differently. Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives, better than anyone, in fact. And, that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Well, Milesy, anything you care to share? Or are you going to leave Kay and I in the dark here, too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Who? Hey, you there. Is it true? Is what true? The broken bracelet thing? Cause I want one too, you hear? You'd break the rules even now from behind the bars? No, it ain't like that. I just want to hang out with the animals is all. Not a crime to be an animal lover, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Grr, I can't believe you found out about my bracelet. I was expecting you to show a little more remorse. Huh? Oh, well, of course, I am very remorseful, yes. Anyway, shouldn't you be on your way to the maximum security? A word of warning, but I suggest you be on your best behavior from now on. Of course, I won't be stepping out of line again. As if I need a reminder from the likes of you. You might also consider using your best words too, Mr. Solid. It's a cat. What a pawsome kitty! Please, Kay. I appreciate if you could stick to using your normal words. If I had a little buddy like her, life in person wouldn't be so bad. No, what am I thinking? I can't get locked up for real. Perhaps I'd better give her a meow mint to get this cat speak out of her system. About you, Edgeworth. An old acquaintance of his. March 28th, 12... What is this? It's Phoenix. No, it's not. 12:41 p.m. I don't think he was technically arrested yet at this time. I don't think so. No. Dude, Edward, hit the :3. 12:41 p.m. Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing. Didn't you say that the Yatakarasu takes flight in even the dead of night or something? Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatakarasu. Whoa, you are one powerful performer. Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven. Eek. Ooh. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice, I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me? I could hardly forget now, but after all, you are the one who put me away. Oh? Mr. Edgeworth? You talking to that dog? Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the lights. Oh, my eyes. Hurt. Hehehe, you are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am Bud... Oh god. Bodhidharmakanis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Kehehe. Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. This is literally... They just copied and pasted this into Great Ace Attorney. This case is becoming copy and paste of Great Ace Attorney. Well, I mean, like, Gary Ace Attorney took this and put it in their game. Or it feels like it. I don't know the end. But yeah. I don't like his head. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Starts with a B too. So I guess for spoilers for Great Ace Attorney, but if you don't care, in one of the like I won't give too much detail, but one of the cases you're kind of like talks about like a dog that like assisted with murders, and it just kind of reminds me of this, and I'm assuming it's something like this. Something similar. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound. Yep. Wow. It is literally... It's like too funny. Anyway. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsome sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. Ooh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. The sleepiest dog I've ever seen. Hehehe. I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Aw, he loves him. Very well. You wish to water the flowers of the earth with the blood of your veins. What a noble request. I will gladly see to its fulfillment. I'll thank you not to ascribe such a morbid meaning to the proof of my profession. I'd like to ask you about this if I may. Kehehe. Ask me of killing Mr. Edgeworth, and you will have more success. Or is that a hint, perhaps? A clue as to who you wish me to eliminate? No, it isn't. And you know it. I have a board in pieces, a game, Mr. Edgeworth. It is rare that I have the chance to play an opponent face to face these days. As tempting of an offer that is, I'm afraid I'll have to politely refuse. Is he posted up like that? Because the dog's like whispering, telling him what to say. I don't have time to be playing games. I also doubt you'd stick to the rules. Kehehe, your unhealthy relationship with the rules. I wonder if it is because all you have is, work. Such a shame. Such a terrible shame. Isn't it, Helmut? Yes. Whine. Even the dog's feeling sorry for me. I don't think he's gonna have anything to say, but... Yeah. Well, he might have something to say about the dog. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your dog. You can ask him yourself if you wish. Ugh, this is ridiculous. I can't cross-examine a dog. Not that he can understand you, of course. Perhaps I should have mentioned that. Isn't he a silly man? Huh, Helmut? They seem to understand each other well enough. Though I suppose it would be rather sad if they actually didn't. Suspicion of murder. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog. He is certainly no good boy. He is also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sword trade. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume. Saul is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. You know then? I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut, yes. It figures that he already knew about who our witness is. Alibi. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. He can be both, Edgeworth. Good boy is subjective. Exactly. I have developed a passion for wood carvings, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, interest had begun to wane. Whoa, that must have taken forever. Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not? Prosecutor, perhaps one day you might indulge me? Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog. With 3 heads? Ah yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could any army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play but by the regular rules, and with the regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondence. Correspondent chess, then? Sharing moves by post? Yes. Even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although, I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. Victim. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ears to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so fortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one, a crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Attempted assassination? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, did Mr. Knight— Yes, we've proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme? Whoa, whoa, whoa there, cowboy. You're saying that the Bronxster didn't actually have a pop at the prez? The pop at the prez. I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. You mean you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? It would explain why the committee was so keen to getting involved. Of course, they took you off the case to try to keep you away, and swapped in that wiener kid to push through the— I like that, wiener kid. To push an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. They really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this Knight, was it? Tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say one thing. I know for a certainty that he would have not been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. Ugh. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmut. Yes, it is. Yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth. You believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth? No, bastion of the truth, huh? I have heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Lang! You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking. Is any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies. Did the dog murder? No. It's him, the wolf. I mean, he still killed someone. Maybe it wasn't assassination, but he did. Yeah, he still killed somebody. I knew someone was gonna call him Wiener at some point. The alpha wolf is back! Alright, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. I don't know if we'll actually see him in this game, but it's cool. They made a reference to him. I was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmut understands, don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truth's revealed in the core and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Wiener and Judge Cavell. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Well, that posed more questions than I answered. What do we do now? Sawat's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on. Or Canis on. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now. He's not showing us out. Permanently, right? Let's get out of here. Come on. Until next time, Mr. Canis. I think it's just Canis. What am I doing? Because it... Yes, yeah. What am I saying? Canine, Canis, Anyway, it does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we're becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Hehehe. Okay. March 28th, 12 p.m. prison corridor. I think this is the perfect time to stop. I think this is perfect time to end it. Who can we raid? Dun dun dun. That was cool. I'm interested to see. I don't have any idea who could have murdered this guy. Part of me thinks it's the guy, the Simon guy. I mean, they arrested him for suspicious of murder, but maybe he actually didn't. But also, maybe he did murder. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just feel like the Simon guy kind of like came out of nowhere. But also... I don't know. I honestly just like do not know. Anyway, we'll read out. Read David. Alright, I will see you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, but if I do, we are playing Mario Party on Logna's channel, but I mean, I might try to stream my POV, but if I don't, I'll be there. Anyway, good night.